How's it going, everyone? So I have a request to make an update on RVSN, Rail Vision Limited, and this is what the chart looks right now on the daily. So I'm going to walk you guys through on how I personally would like to trade it. I know there's tons of strategies out there. This is just how I have been successful and made higher probabilities of winning. So take that how you want to, but basically for me. The top band is my counter channel. This lower band is my lower one, and these basically go based on multipliers of average true range. So I customize this to be at a 4. So if price ever gets the opportunity to close above it and touch this area, that means there was a lot of bullish momentum. And what I like to see is, do we go above it for multiple candles, right? I don't want something like this where XTIA, you see this, we hit it and then we drop like the same day, right? In 2 days, we're back to a downtrend. So the easiest way to see if we're in an uptrend, just make sure the EMA 50 is at the very bottom, okay? And then obviously the stronger the uptrend is, the more wider the bands are spread out. So you have the EMA 5, EMA 10 is your yellow, 20 is your blue, and then this bottom one is your EMA 50. I personally think the EMA 50 is you're going to be your safest because you can have a very clear stop loss, right? And I'll show you guys what I mean by that, but basically with RVSN, basically what happens is we touch this upper counter channel, then it alerts me to be a strong uptrend, and then we come back down to the EMA 5 and has a nice little bounce. I love the 10 the best, and then you can see right in here, that's where you usually get like a bigger size bounce area. Let me cancel this out. And you can use your data and price range to find the percentage increase. Right in here was a 48%. That is actually massive. So you could obviously, definitely take a position right here on the EMA 5, but make sure you have enough room to add on the 10. We are coming into a more bearish into the EMA 20, and the reason why I say that is when you don't hit hit the EMA 5 and then you go up and then it comes back down, this tells me it's due for this 10, right? This was a nice little gain here. I know you don't see it much, but that was a nice little gain, just a little nice little pop there coming on up. But as we come to this 10, we made a massive gain, but we quickly rejected or came back down to the 10. And that just tells me, we're trying to go into this next level, okay? We saw that with many other stocks last week that it was just a very bad market, and that's what is causing this to lose a lot of this momentum, right? So, and then we hit the CMA 5 and we're kind of like below it now. Me personally, if you're already in this play, right? Obviously, you want to hear a glimmer of hope, or you're just going to see, like, one, if you research the company, which I personally think this is a stronger company than most penny stocks. I don't think this is just going to flat out dump and be a pump and dump. I think, even if it was, a lot of these EMAs act as strong support. Very rarely do I see this EMA 50 at the very bottom starting an uptrend on a smaller cap stock, right? This stock has never done, well, they had done one for 11/15, 2023, okay? That's been quite some time they did that one. But other than that, this stock is pretty decent. We could get a nice move up like this. Who knows? And this is the kind of the same scenario, that I want to talk about. If we do, you can see where the bounces are happening. We have the 5, we have the bounce there, get near the 10, had a massive bounce, almost coming close, right up in here, making a 55%. But then again, this is what's the problem here. What if we come down here and we go right through the 20, have a nice little bounce, and this actually I would definitely look to get out. A lot of the times you get those retest type patterns. So if you're breaking a trend, this is what you need to learn from. If you're breaking a trend, you see how we break right through this 20, and then you add some size on this dips here, and it has this nice move up of 37%. You need to get the heck out before it makes a downtrend. Me personally, I always put my stop around 10 to 20% around basically how the stock moves. For this stock, I would definitely do about 12%. And if it goes below that, then, it's just not meant to be. Right in here, we had a nice sizable EMA 50 bounce. But just like I said last time, this was a 25%. And then your stop would definitely not get hit. If it comes quickly back to that EMA 50, then it's bearish. And that's what I'm thinking happens right over in here, where we had price come back to the 10, have a nice bounce, but come back to the 10 here, and then it's like, okay, it's kind of weak. It wants to go to that next level. So for me personally, I'm buying it on this EMA 20 here, and then my stop loss would be probably a 12, 13%, something like this, where you kind of have to judge it, use your data price range, and kind of like, okay, is this too much? Obviously, you don't want to do something like this. Here's my stop loss. And then price just hits this 20, goes down, and then goes up. I've seen that happen many times, right? For example, look at this. We hit this 10 here, goes down just a tad, just to go all the way up, right? I would not have played it on this next retest here, but yeah, this one right here probably would have, would have stopped you out. Based on this, yeah, it probably would have stopped you out just for it to go up and then it's coming down. But I like this next level as a very crucial level. Okay, if it does go, obviously you can have 12%. Or the other option is just make sure you have money to average down on this area. And then your stop would be kind of like in the halfway mark of this 20 and 50 if you do the same size. I personally go lesser size on. If I'm trying to do that strategy, I'll go heavier size on this 50 if it does do it. There is a very, very strong chance this 50 will definitely hold. We have not tested this 50. We have not tested this 20. But a lot of the times, you get a really big bounce on that 10. I love that 10 because look at this bounce right here. Very conservative 47% gain. I repeat, I always target 10%. I play with bigger money, so I don't need to. If you're playing with small money, let's say you only put like $100, you're like, yeah, 10% is like nothing for me. And so then you wait for these monster moves that is really hard to get. Like, you're like, okay, well, I want OPTT to go all the way back to 270 for a 74%. And instead of just playing the base hits, you can get in a stock, out of a stock, get in the next one, out of it. And that's what I've done in the community where I post a lot of these swing trade alerts where I tell you guys exactly, hey, we're coming into this level here. I like the fundamentals. I like the company. So these aren't going to be just trash companies. I think, these are good. And you get in on these levels here. I alerted a lot of these plays all last week. A lot of these plays made massive money. For example, DATS. This one made over 100% move. It had that nice big ATR4 move, and we came back to the 10, and that's a strong indication. Like, hey, I'm willing to take risk here. Do I know for sure it's going to bounce? Did I know it's going to go over 100%? Absolutely not. And then, it was a beautiful move. And I said, that's reminding me of TNXP, how we hit this EMA 5, had this big move above this upper counter channel, come back to the 5, made a nice big bounce, come back to the 10, made a massive bounce, and we made a bounce on the 20 and 52. That ticker was amazing. And then our last one, we made big money on QBTS. This one made us over 30%. And then Lays. This one was a monster move. All on this EMA 50. You have to look at the market environment. The market is really weak. You need to go for more extreme levels. I went for EMA 50 all last week. And so when I was looking at RVSN, I wasn't really looking at a buy on this 10. One, because we already hit the EMA 10 here, and we had this move, so I missed that. So, and then I knew market was weak. This could very easily hit the EMA 20, okay? So I was more playing the EMA 50s, but I wouldn't mind taking. I definitely would buy this at the EMA 20. I think it's a good company. I think it's has a lot of good progress where we can make a nice move up. This basically is a cool down phase, right? When you go for a run and you make this massive, if you're sprinting or doing a marathon, you need to cool down. So basically you complete the marathon here and then you cool down coming all the way through here, and you're just kind of just like having a rest phase, right? And then you could consolidate or it could start bouncing up fast. My goal is to take those conservative gains and then make massive money, rinse and repeat. If I buy it on this EMA 20, I'm going to make sure I do scale out at the 10%, but I'm also going to hold some at break even. So if this does go all the way up to this upper band, I do take advantage of that. But the downside is it could come back down like this play here in the EMA 10, and then you're break even on a quarter of your position or 10%. I only do 10% at break even. So hope that makes sense. I sell 90% of my shares at 10% target, and then I hold just a small amount at break even, so it's not like stressful. If you guys want to join the premium Discord, now's the chance to do it. Click the link down below in the YouTube comments below, and in the description it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you guys want to become a member, hit day trade alerts right in here. and it'll ask you guys to subscribe for only 12 bucks a month, and is literally one of the most valuable services, the most affordable, that's going to give you guys an education and how to find these plays and be confident, right? Because that's the main thing, is not just get signals, which you will, but also understand why you're taking these plays. And I think any beginner can do this strategy. And then the reason why I want you guys to subscribe to the Day Trading and Day and Swing Trading Plus membership is because you also can do day trades every day and make money while your swing trades are taking time, and not be stressing out and be like, oh, when's RVSN going to move, right? And you just, you might sell for little gains, or you might just take a loss because then it's just taking so long. And I'm in one of those kind of plays right now where I'm just day trading and I'm putting money into my swing play. So definitely join that. I also do live streams for you guys. If you click this channel here, you can see my live stream. Swing trade alerts will be here. Day trade alerts will be all in here. And like I said, only 12 bucks a month for everything in the service. And if you do subscribe, do it on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. And if you have an Android, you will have to subscribe on your computer, as they're having issues on Discord. But once you subscribe, you can use your Android just fine. All right, guys, happy trading. Hope to see you guys in the next video. And peace out.